Your boy's Monday night. Pretty decent day, honestly. Pretty good day. Essentially, all I did today, I watched a lot of Josh Lyons. I called ad leads. I took some sales calls. I spent a lot of time in Mosey AI today, kind of making my offer again. Not the whole thing, just playing around with some tangibles, which I think is very useful. Because it's weird, like, my offer is good, don't get me wrong, like, my kind of my problem and solution thing is very good, but, my offer is, like, really fucking bad when it comes to making it actually tangible, right? Because the only thing that would be tangible was the ROI kind of claim, which is like, like a 5x ROI, whatever. And not only is that fucking untangible, because one, you don't even know how much money you're investing, and you don't even know how much money you're actually making. Doesn't even explain anything of what you do, right? So that's all. And the other thing was that I wouldn't even mention that offer to, like, most people. Like, only if they really asked me, how much work can you get me, XYZ, I would tell them that. My offer was just, like, it's just so, it wasn't, I didn't even have a fucking offer. I basically did not have an offer, right? Which is, I guess that kind of answers why my marketing could be pretty inefficient sometimes when it comes to, prospects' expectations and having them, like, ask me what the price is and all this bullshit. I'm like, okay, dude, whatever. But, sorry. Yeah, I think that's where that stuff's coming from, because honestly, my biggest struggle with getting clients right now, obviously, is closing. But the other thing, the reason I'm not closing them, one, my discovery is just not that good. I need to really tighten up my discovery. The biggest things I need to do are, obviously not only call the leads, but when it comes to my actual sales ability, I need to review my calls more. I don't know why I stopped doing that. I'm an idiot for doing that. It's definitely resistance, bro, because literally reviewing calls, yes, it's annoying and very time consuming and, all that good stuff. It's not fun, right? Reviewing calls, it's painful, it's time consuming, but you learn a lot. But there is uncertainty of what you know, what you don't know. But honestly, the mistakes I'm making, I'm probably gonna really, like, notice a lot of the mistakes I'm making and have the mistakes be obvious. And I'm starting to get kind of a fingertip feel for how scriptless selling goes, because I'll watch the role plays, right? And then Josh will typically pause every time the student makes a mistake, and I'll kind of think, I'm like, okay, he did that. Is Josh going to talk about that? And then Josh talks about it. That'll happen sometimes, and okay, I'm, like, starting to learn this thing. But, reviewing calls, so much resistance towards that, but I'm going to do that tonight, honestly, if I'm being honest with you. Fuck, I forgot to call my clients. Okay, guys, well, tomorrow I'm going to drop out of college because it's the last day before I can refund all my classes. So that's going to be very interesting. That's going to be interesting. I don't even know if my parents are going to realize. But yeah, so right now, basically, guys, right now I have like $600 in my bank account. I am losing about $90 per day because of $75 a day in ads and probably a go high level fee every so often. I just realized too, I'm gonna get charged $300 for high level in like 3 days. So, I think my parents are here. I should probably, I don't know. But anyways, wait. I think they're here. No, I don't know, to be honest. I don't really care. But anyhow, yeah, sorry, I'm just distracted. Hopefully this recording doesn't fucking end on me. My storage, I just deleted Mega, by the way. The app on my phone with all the course stuff. Deleted that shit because of my storage. I gotta upload more journals to YouTube, but I'm just such on a crunch. I just gotta work, bro, honestly. I think at this point, it's worth having less sleep, even though that sounds retarded. Or maybe I just gotta conquer resistance more often during the day. Either one of those two. But yeah, so call reviews. And then... Okay, so yeah, obviously my closing rate, like my closing ability is the reason I'm not getting clients. But a big thing, honestly, is that, you know, my service isn't even remotely appealing to my prospects. And that's really alarming. In fact, I explained it to them and they're like, oh, it sounds like everyone else. I'm like, fuck you, bro. Like, my service works way better than everyone else's, you know? It generally sucks when, like, you can get results and, you know, the prospects don't see that. But that's your responsibility, obviously. You can't shift the blame. But yeah, that's another big struggle is my offer / upfront messaging / all that stuff that gets prospects actually, you know, pulled towards your service, right? Rather than trying to just get at their problem and trying to basically close them from like nothing, you know? Kind of how Josh Lyons would do it, but yeah, basically that. A big change I made today, subtle but big, is after they book the appointment, it's going to send them straight to the funnel. Back then, I don't know why, but it just would not redirect them. Like, yes, the reminders would send them, but they didn't even see the fucking reminders low-key. So yeah, it just kind of sent them that. It just redirects them instantly to the funnel. I think that's going to really increase, like, you have no idea how much that is going to increase the like people going through the funnel, the pre-call funnel, which is really important. But anyhow, that is basically what's going on. I just took a sales call. I'm getting better at sales, you know, slowly but surely. You know, I'm not taking more bullshit from prospects, which is good. I'm just having trouble actually getting them to the truth, you know. It's kind of tricky. Like, you know, you think it's easy when you're, like, it's weird. It's weird. I wonder why Josh Lyons did not mention this. Because he did not. Like, I didn't even know this, but I knew in the back of my head it was probably true, but I didn't know how much to an extent, sorry. But essentially, when you're watching a role play, it's a lot easier to see what's going on compared to when you're actually doing the call, right? And it's weird because, you know, you think the closers are so dog shit, but they're just thinking. So yeah, but I'm excited. I'm getting better at sales. Basically what happened, you know, I was data gathering. Prospect was fucking rambling so much. I'm getting better at bringing them in without being disrespectful, because I'll let him ramble, but you know, as soon as he gives me a chance to cut him, I cut him off, right? So I'm doing a better job at that. I basically, it's funny because today I got hung up on twice by prospects, which is really funny. But I forgot. Was it twice? I think it was twice. I think I got hung up twice on a sales call, I believe. Yeah, I gotta check my calls again before, but I believe that I had 2 sales calls today and I got hung up on them twice, which is really weird. But essentially what happened, this last sales call was the best one I did today, and I was actually doing pretty good. I was a pretty okay job. I was making some really big mistakes, but they weren't like, yes, they were bad mistakes, but it was stupid mistakes, right? So a big mistake I made was checking out during the call because the guy kept fucking rambling, but I just eventually disvalued what he was saying, and then I checked out, and that's a big no-no because, in fact, the guy was giving me critical information through stories, but there was just so much fluff around them. I just checked out, and I would miss those golden nuggets, and that would lower the accuracy of my questions, and that would decrease trust, and then eventually it snowballed to him hang up on me. But essentially what happened is I was data gathering. It was pretty inefficient data gathering, but I got to that point, right? I understood what was happening. I understood what the problem was. It took way too many questions to get there because I just was not present. I was totally checked out for like multiple times. It was really fucking bad. Also because I was trying to write stuff down, and I was also thinking of fucking questions to ask. I'm such a fucking idiot. He's got to listen to the prospect. But anyways, which yeah, that's a big mistake. I'm thinking of questions. You don't want to think of questions. You want to just listen to the prospect, get the idea of what they're telling you, and then the question will be obvious, right? But anyways, I was trying to get to the truth, right? And I kept digging, and then I eventually low-key went for the unsell. I was like, look, man, like, because I didn't want to be too leading, so I pulled out, right? Like, in my mind, I was, okay, I'm gonna pull out right now, because this guy's basically not telling me the truth, right? He's rationalizing. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull the fuck out, and maybe he'll give me it, maybe he won't, right? So I pulled out, and I did it in a bit of a wrong way. I kind of was being a little bit judgmental. This is the other big mistake I made, which is the way I'm even saying my questions. Just, again, I'm making the same mistakes. I'm checking out. I haven't done that really, but with this guy, I checked out. And the second mistake is that I'm asking my questions in stupid ways. Not asking my questions in the best way possible that is moving the conversation forward. So those two things, he just kept rambling, and then it got to a point where it was such a bad way to. I was trying to explain to him that, like, without a reason to make this work, like, it's probably not going to happen, right? That's what I was telling him. That's the idea I was trying to convey to him. I don't even want to say how I tried to convey it, because not only was it long, but it was painful. But, yeah, he hung up after that, because he basically thought I was telling him that, like, you're not going to succeed. That's not what I was trying to tell him. But yeah, so that happens. But yeah, I'm getting better at sales. But the thing I really need to do, like, right now is, okay, honestly, tomorrow, like, what I'm going to do, right? The good news is that I've done enough today to get a better idea of what I got to do tomorrow. Now, tomorrow, I might do a little bit with the offer, right? Because I have the offer. I might have a segment in my booking script or whatever the fuck, like the triage, I guess you could say. You could say that, I guess, of where I'm just explaining what I do and, like, the offer, that type of stuff. And if they resonate with it, they'll be a very, very good primed prospect. And if they don't, then no worries. But might do that because, yeah, most of the time they want to be attracted to your offer before the call. When they hop on a call, they should know what you do, what you offer. Which with my funnel, it's not very efficient. Like, again, I'm literally just copying Edvin's bait and switch ads. So I mean, it's not as well oiled as, like, someone that Josh's students will work for, like an offer that's not bait and switch and that's actually legit and has all the social proof and all this stuff. Like, they're closing under those offers, so they kind of just get to do everything textbook. But I gotta change it a little bit when it comes to the marketing. So I might do that. And then, okay, look, the two priorities of tomorrow, like, literally, the two priorities of tomorrow are to call as many leads as possible. Okay, that's number one. Call as many leads as possible. That includes warm leads, cold leads. Well, in order. That includes the hot leads, the ad leads, the SMS leads, and then the no-shows, and then the gold like, everyone, bro. I need to just call all fucking day. Okay? And then the other thing is reviewing my calls. Because that's gonna give me, like, the three best things to work on right now that are fucking my calls up, essentially. Because when you learn fast, things change very quickly, so you need to be on the ball. Like, yeah, I'm trying to snap. I can't snap, but at least right now. But, like, I was reviewing my calls a lot during Owen's trip, and then I just stopped because it was so fucking time consuming. And then I listened to Owen. I don't think I actually should have listened to him on this, but Owen was telling me that he never ever reviewed his calls, because he doesn't know what he doesn't know, and he just never did it. And I just took that as, like, okay, I'm gonna stop doing it then. fucking stupid. There are some things you should not listen to people about, but yeah, I'm just thinking back in time where like why I made that decision. So I realize that now I'm not going to do that anymore. It's just stupid. I don't care if Owen didn't review his calls. I'm going to review my calls, and I'm going to find people that are better than me to review my calls as well. But yeah, that happened. So yeah, tomorrow review my calls. Because like I was saying, before I was reviewing my calls during the trip, and I was getting better every single time because I was understanding the mistakes I was making. But even if I did review my calls back then, like things have changed. You know, I've gotten better at sales. I'm understanding sales more. I've completely like flipped my paradigm on sales like 3 times already, just because I'm like, look, every single role play, there's more of these nuggets that like, okay, fuck, the call does not have to be like this, you know? Because my paradigm about scriptless selling is not based on a lot of information. I'm kind of just seeing what's going on. So, and obviously I don't have the UCM, because it's weird, because Josh Lyons, what it seems like is that there's so many things that can happen with scriptless selling that even if Josh Lyons posts like 12 hours of role plays, like really detailed, uncut role plays, like there's still a lot that someone like me wouldn't know watching the free content. But so yeah, every time I watch a role play, there's a couple of things where it's like, oh shit, like I learned this huge rule, you know, which is great. But yeah, you need to be on the ball, and you cannot deviate. Like by deviate, I mean I have not looked at a call review for, you know, like probably a week and a half now. Well, probably like a week. No, probably less than that. I don't know. I think about a week though. Long time. Especially right now where, you know, I basically have, at this point I have $0, right? Pretty sketchy. But I mean, we could have a client payment come through by Kevin or Lino or Thomas, maybe. I don't know. I don't really care. We could have a client payment come through, buy us like $500. And then if we close a client, then, you know, we could basically save ourselves. The good news is that our bills are hitting right now, right? So my rent, that's not going to hit for another 2 months, basically, right? And then my Go High Level, it's about hit in a couple days. The only thing I would have to pay after that is my Access Space membership. So yeah, I low-key gotta make money, but I think it'll be fine. I think tomorrow I actually have a high chance of making money. I think in general, guys, look, right now is the 15th, right? Yeah, right now is the 15th of September. I have 3 days left, right? 16, 17, 18. In those 3 days, if I just call all day, review my calls, work all fucking day, I could definitely close a client, collect money from my existing clients, and make this work, basically. And worst case scenario, man, like even if, I mean, I might go broke low-key. Well, actually, no, because I have the Amex card. So, I mean, I'll still be able to pay for expenses. I'm going to be in debt, though. And I'll have to make it work in a month. But a month is like nothing, bro. Like a month, it can get so much done. What I'm trying to say, though, is even if shit kind of hits the fan, like, you know, even if it kind of hits the fan, I could still hop on. I could probably become a sales rep or do something of that nature. Do something that you could genuinely earn quick cash, you know, genuinely earn quick cash. And I could even run like cheap offers. Like I could basically work for free. I could basically, like what I could do low key is I could just like reach out to every lead, because this is assuming that paid ads fuck up, right? Because that's the only worry, is that the only worry is I'm going to run out of money for paid ads. I'm not going to be able to run paid ads. And then, you know, my volume goes from here to here. But I have so many leads now. I mean, if I really had to, I could just show the offer on text, right? Like, listen, $0 up front. We could do pay per appointment. And I'll make the pay per appointment like fucking, you know, like $70 or something like that with that spend. And I could just do that. I'd probably get a couple clients doing that. Would it be probably a waste of time? Maybe. But would I probably get paid? Maybe as well. And honestly, if I'm not making that much money, it might be worth it. I don't know, just trenches type shit. And then from there, when I am making a bit more money, I could run ads again. But this is all hypotheticals, right? Because at the end of the day, I mean, rally situation, I only have like $500. I don't know exactly. I think it's like 600. And that's if I pull money from my, fucking secured credit card and my Cash App and my, like, pulling money from absolutely everywhere, right? So if you think about it, that is like I'm being so serious. That is literally like what, 4 days of ads and go high level. That's it. That's literally it. That's $600. That's $600 right there. So once my go high level hits my account in 2 days from now, well, at this point, the day after tomorrow, which right now is the nighttime. So basically in 2 days, right? Once my go high level hits my account, paid ads will have another, day or so to run, and then I'll be out of money, essentially. So this is why I'm saying all these hypotheticals, because, I don't really have much money right now, but yeah, I wonder what the conversation's gonna be with my parents, because my parents, if they ask me how much money I have, I could just lie to them, but if I told them the truth, they'd probably freak out, because it sounds funny, but I thought I needed $6K to move out, but I'm literally about to move out with like $0, which is kind of scary. But I mean, honestly, the reason I'm even making this bet is because not only have I already signed a client in Owen's trip, like showing that I could do it, but I'm so close. Like, I'm so close, right? I'm learning scriptless selling. I'm getting better at it. I actually believe in the vehicle that I'm doing, and so does Owen. At the end of the day, holy shit. At the end of the day, if I scriptless sell, then I'm gonna make money. So, okay, I'm gonna stop yapping. It's only 21 minutes of me yapping in the backyard at like, what, 9 p.m. now? 8:30 p.m. I am gonna get to work now. But yeah, I'm a little bit scared. But I mean, I know at the end of the day, right now, what I need to do is just work as hard as I can, right? Because I'm so close, bro. Like, literally, all it takes right now is one good sales call. I could just get a client right there, right? And I actually have some people that I need to call that could close, but I'm just fucking forgetting because I'm being an idiot. Like, just not working as hard as I can right now. Don't know why. But okay, I'll see you guys later tomorrow. I'm gonna have a good night. Gonna make sure I get some good sleep, and see you guys later.